Let's just hit record.
Yeah.
Just record. It's fine.
Record.
I was thinking of talking about, like, the fact that there is so much media. And so it's like...
In general?
Yeah. And, I mean, sure, the bright side of being stuck inside with COVID is like, yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, like, that FOMO isn't as bad because you can just...
You
FOMO.
can't,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, I have to stay inside, so
like
I'm going to watch
you're
everything.
not missing out. And so,
Yeah.
like, you know, we had that a bit with, like, Tiger King. And we watched all of that.
Of all the things that I've been watching, though, I've watched total trash because we've watched Tiger King. I've watched all of Love is Blind, which was garbage, but great.
What is that?
That's... so it's kind of like, it feels like MTV reality TV again.
Did I see an episode or two of that
I don't know.
when I came over?
Maybe. Yes, you
with
did.
the awful girl that Maddie kept talking about?
Yes, you did. Yes,
Okay.
It's that one. It didn't
Yes.
get much better. But basically, it starts off with this premise that all these people have signed up for this, like, love experiment. And the whole experiment is they're going to go on dates and get to know people blindly. And so they go into what they call these pods. And the pods are pretty comfy. They can chill and relax, but they can hear the other person on the other side of the pod in their own pod, and that's how they discuss, but they can't see each other.
Yeah.
And the only way for them to continue is if they propose. Like, so literally there's one couple that within 3 days of talking and dating, the guy proposed, and that's how you see them for the first time. And it make this big deal about coming out. And so then once they advanced with like 6 couples, they went on like a pre-honeymoon thing to like Mexico, like this really beautiful area. And they had this whole like honeymoon thing, get to know each other more. One couple ended up fighting and falling apart, and so they left. And then the rest proceeded through the rest of the show, which after the honeymoon thing, they go back and they move into the same apartment together as they're trying to plan a wedding, all within a month, by the way. And
Hey,
then
don't
they
plan a wedding in a month.
yeah.
No.
It was, but also I'm like, you know, Maddie was watching it with me and she was like, you know, this is all paid for. Like they have like all
Right,
this stuff
yeah.
paid for, so it makes it a little easier. But like they start to have issues and fall apart and you're like, oh, who's going to make it to the end? Because they all get to the wedding part, but then at the altar where they could say I do or whatever, they can also say I don't. And a few of them do say I don't, and so they don't last as a couple. I actually think there was only 2 couples that made it at the end.
Was your favorite couple one of the ones that made it?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, they made it.
Good.
You're still just kind of like, how long are you gonna make it, really? But for the sake of the show, it was exciting because you're like, oh, I was kind of rooting for them.
Well, I mean, reality TV is such that like a lot of that is manufactured anyways. Or the producers will try and like, you know, set these people up so that they don't work, or set these people up and make them pretend that they do work. And then
That's probably what they
yeah,
did
yeah.
in a way too. And like I think
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
it was genuine, but then obviously you never know.
Hey, you guys are
reality
going to be the
TV.
ones that make it. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
We'll-
so you got to
we'll
make it.
do that.
And we're gonna set you up as like the real, because you know they're the kind of the couple like everyone loved.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so, you know, Maddie was like, I don't know if they're gonna make it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna make it. They've been like pining for this couple
Sure,
to work
sure.
since the beginning, and so that's what that whole show was. And it was
Also-
well produced, I guess.
Also, there's like, you know, cultures that do arranged marriages
yeah,
that like they don't really get to know.
They don't even get
who
to know
they're
at
gonna
all.
marry. They just, hey, your parents chose this for you, and you're marrying this person. You're stuck with them, and those are actually like
they don't
some
even get
of-
to talk to him.
right, but like those are actually some of the more like long-standing and loving marriages that like, yeah, because we've learned to love each other over all this time, which is like interesting.
See, with
Which,
this,
I mean, we're getting into stuff that isn't what we started this podcast about, but hey, let's talk about it. Do you believe in soulmates?
yeah, I mean, considering like I'm very like my background with like my faith and stuff, I kind of believe like it's all kind of up to design anyway. So I believe in, you know, like, you know, the person that you end up with is kind of your soulmate in a way. Because you can have like somebody that like compliments you and in like a lot of ways that you don't know about yourself. I think that's kind of what makes like a soulmate in a lot of ways.
I should probably define soulmate, which
Yes.
is like, I think the idea of a soulmate is like your spirits are meant to be together and like you are the ideal people for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
I'll extend that to you. Do you believe in soulmates? My wife.
my
My
wife.
wife. Thank you.
No. I will always
She's like,
say
no,
that.
now I don't. Sorry. We're
done.
references.
I like to think that soulmates are real. As I change every day with my own kind of like views on the world and everything. Yeah, I think there's usually someone out there for the other person where, yeah, they like mesh really well.
Well, I also think a lot of people get like really hung up in, well, I met this person and they felt like my soulmate, but now things are changing around us. And I think, you know, soulmates can come with change too, because as a human being, everyone's going to change as you go. So
yeah.
a lot of people try and get like rooted in like this idea, like you have to just be how you were. And it's kind of like, well, you know, I think you can still be soulmates and still like work through like life changes and changes together and
Sure.
blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I will say, because we've been binging The Good Place,
Place.
which is
I do want to watch that show.
so good.
Somewhat circling
It is
back.
really good.
Yeah, yeah.
It has like stupid moments where it's just like, really? But then like for the most part, it's really good. And they talk about soulmates because that's like one of the first things that you find out on the first episode. So Kristen Bell's character, Eleanor, she has like a soulmate whose name is Chidi. And like, obviously, like they're two of the main 4 to more characters.
Without spoiling anything.
Takes place in the afterlife, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
But
know that much at
Yeah.
least.
But the two of them are paired since the beginning.
Yeah. And like, as the show progresses, I personally kind of feel like, yes, they are soulmates more and more through everything. Like, if you also remember all of it, like, would you not agree?
Yeah. Well,
Without spoiling anything.
yeah. Well, I'm really just going to say I don't believe in soulmates.
Okay.
And that informs how I'm going to explain this.
Yeah.
Is that they spent like years and years together, like even through the things that happen in the show without spoiling things, end up being like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, you learn to adapt and love that person. So, I don't believe in soulmates. I think that, like, I don't know. I don't believe in soulmates because of statistics, I guess, but like also just because of the nature of relationships and humans and everything.
Yeah.
Is that if you think like, oh, there's someone out there that's perfect for me, and they happen to live in the same city that I do, like, well,
Right, yeah.
you didn't look that far
Right.
to have like the perfect person. Like if you're going off of the like billions of people that are on Earth while you're alive, like statistically, it's probably more likely that they live somewhere else.
I guess I could also say like that kind of does kind of, well, you know, like I believe in like a way, like I said, things are designed to be as they are or whatever.
Sure.
But also like soulmate doesn't have to be so attached to just one person. Cause I also view like, you know, Sable, Maddie, and Cheryl as like my soulmates as my girlfriends. And so it's kind of like, it's just like a, you know, in a way, it's not necessarily this is the only one or this is
Right, but
the
and
end
that's
game.
the definition of soulmate that I'm running
Okay, yeah.
off of.
I mean, then I guess I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but it's like an asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's kind of like yes and no, but yeah.
I guess you could just say it's like soulmate equals compatibility
Yeah.
in a way.
Compatibility and then like just loving the person for like as they are and who they become or change to be or whatever. And you kind of change and grow together.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So, I mean, it's like, that's not like an ideal, like, oh, you're the perfectly compatible person for the blah, blah, blah design through everything. It's like, no, we all grow and change and adapt. And if we learn to grow and change and adapt with each other, then it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't necessarily have to hinge upon a like magical supernatural thing that means that our souls are linked. It just means
Right.
that we're capable of doing this thing together.
Well, there's like tons of stories too about people that get married and stay together all their lives, and then one of them passes away, and that was like their soulmate essentially. But then the other person left behind ends up finding
Someone else.
love in another way, and that can also be like their soulmate. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think a lot of people do cling on to that word as like.
Right.
And sometimes it can be in a way that can be bad because they're like, well, they're my soulmate, so I have to stick through it, right? And it's like, well, I mean, like, yes and no, but no, like, you know, like people that are in like abusive relationships where they're being like domestic violence and stuff. They're like, but like, you know, we were so great, and it's like, no, he's like hitting you. You need to get out.
And
like he's not your
that's
soulmate.
why I see that like having this notion, this fixation on like the one is.
You need to
harmful.
work on it.
It's
like,
harmful.
Yeah. You need to work on like.
Everyone needs to work on it.
Yeah.
Even
in
if,
the relationships you're in.
Even if quote unquote they are the one, we all have to work on it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like I don't think. So, circling all the way back, of course that Love Is Blind show is like. No, they're not gonna actually end up married.
They do also always refer to each other as soulmates. So like, oh, I met my soulmate in 3 days and I didn't even know their face. Like they kept saying stuff like that, and you're just like, okay, they're trying to like be really romantic and whimsical about it, and you're like, But in the way that they officiated the ceremonies, we were like, is that legal? Like, I don't even think they actually were legally married on the show. So it's kind of like maybe after the fact if they really wanted to, but for drama
or even
sake.
like an even smaller thing like Bestie Picks Bay.
Yeah.
Where like
That's basically Love Is Blind.
Right.
100%.
But like Curtis had his best friend on there. And like they didn't date.
No. Oh, you have tea about that though.
I have tea. That was a whole.
You also have
I also
tea,
have
literally.
actually have tea.
Literal
But
tea.
apparently that was like I don't know if Curtis and Drew are still friends. haven't watched some of this stuff in a while. But like with the Justine girl that got picked, like they didn't. Yeah, her and Drew didn't date really have any sort of connection. But he kind of turned out to be a jerk and. Did a lot of stuff like ghosting her, you know, ditching her, like standing her up, embarrassing her in front of his friends. And then there was kind of drama where Curtis stood up for him and kind of outcast her. And then she came out about everything and Curtis felt really bad and like kind of withtook it. So now I'm not even sure if him and Drew are still friends. But that just goes to show like, oh man, you know, I really kind of liked this guy when I saw him on YouTube. But now I find out from this person I feel is a little bit more genuine because she just doesn't have... clout friends or clout chasers around her. She has no reason to lie and doesn't benefit from it. So when she came out about her story with everything, I kind of believed her. And I'm like, yeah, I could see him wanting to just chase this fame thing. Because Curtis had all the fame.
Oh, yeah.
And Drew didn't have any of it. He was just his friend. But people loved him when Curtis brought him on. And so that got to his head.
Himself was a clout chaser.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you look at the dude's Instagram, it's like, oh yeah, he's trying to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but it's like the two, like, so Drew and Jacqueline, right? No. What was her
Justine.
name? Justine.
Yeah.
I knew it was a
the girl.
They ended up like reacting to that video and he was like bad mouthing like all the girls.
It was
and
kind of
everything.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a video on her channel too, I think. And they, you know, it was kind of edited in some ways that was funny, but she mentioned in her tell-all video, like he kind of badmouthed a lot of the girls, you know, was just kind of, she just didn't like, his personality wasn't very charming when the camera was off or when it wasn't edited a certain way. And I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. That's probably a lot of YouTubers for that matter. But I felt kind of bad for her because she, you know, seemed pretty genuine and cool, but also, you know, she was telling how the show went in general, and they definitely produce it and it's a reality show. So they're like, yeah, do this, don't do that. You know, you need to act really exaggerated here or there. And you're like, man, it's also, you know, it's fake, but then you know, it's fake.
Right. And I mean, taking that cynicism, we should healthily take that cynicism into everything. Both like, oh, there's this dumb reality show where people get in these pods and then they like marry each other. And take that same cynicism and go like, well, any person that makes content on YouTube, you're not seeing all of who they are or all of what you're only seeing what they're giving you. So, I mean, I try my best to not filter it out. I hardly edit this podcast. So, I mean, if I like,
and most of the time,
stop and go to the bathroom or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I follow YouTubers, I find it like a good sign if they have a podcast, because most of them don't edit those either. And so I'm like, even if they edit their YouTube videos, their personalities, if they're similar on their podcast to how their videos are, I'm like, okay, that's just how they are. But a lot of YouTubers, it's kind of like they act one way, but then in public, it's like, yeah, they're a different person. And in a way, I feel like people that don't have their identity on YouTube have found the best of both worlds, because like they can have like, you know, like that the faceless YouTubers or whatever, they can like hide their face and have this big personality, but then go into the real world and like no one knows who they are unless they recognize their voice. Right. So they have it probably made, except for their identity being ever leaked. That would suck. But
I mean, yeah, it would suck because you would have all of the like
all of it would come rushing at you at once, like, oh hey, and then that's when you get like people coming to your house and finding out all your info, and you're not prepared for that because you haven't been having that issue. So,
but at the same time, those are probably the people who actually are extra secure about that stuff anyways. And so even if like something would leak, they were like, all right, well, I already have like my emails that are churned through this system of like security, blah, blah, blah. And so
they're like already ready for it.
They're already paranoid about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, any person that's on camera or on mic or whatever is not really. I mean, I'll be honest and say that like I do kind of have like I'm recording now mode, and I'm not, and whether or not I'm truly conscious of it, I am different if I'm recording.
Ish.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you know me 24/7.
Yeah.
So I mean, how different am I on mic?
I would say you're
versus...
really the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're about the same.
And I think that's a good thing.
Sure.
I don't ever feel you're like putting on an act or anything.
Yeah. Well, I do. If anything, the act is more like for the guest, because I do have like
you almost have to put on
background processes running in my brain right now.
That makes
Every
sense.
once in a while I'll like
to keep it going.
I'll look back to see if like am I clipping, or to see like how long have we been recording. And so like I have background processes.
Well, every podcast host, even if it's conversational, probably have to have a little bit of like something dialed up so they can like stay, they have to take care of that kind of stuff, you know?
Sure.
And keep it going. Have conversation going if like maybe you have guests that are like super reserved or quiet and you can't get a lot out of them, so you almost have to put on an act to get more out of them than maybe you would with other people.
Right.
Or those podcasts are just shorter.
Or that too.
Which, I mean, I'm not going to name names, but like, yeah, I've had some podcasts that are shorter, and that's because
it was harder to
would just answer the question.
Yeah.
And then not kind of, here's a story, or here's a thing, and that reminds me of this thing. And
so whatever. I have a question for you. Yeah. Is dead air terrifying to you as a podcast host?
That's fine.
Okay, clearly not. Hey, but you have like atmospheric like birds and stuff chirping outside. Sure, yeah. It's like nice.
We don't have our weird like exotic sounding animal anymore. I've noticed.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
There's like someone on our street.
It was that clip I sent you and Maddie.
Oh my gosh, that sounded like a monkey, right?
Yeah.
That was really weird.
That was like in that direction. Like
it was probably
right
like a street weird or small dog.
Either a dog or like some really dedicated kids just playing out in the yard. But I was also just like, Joe Exotic is from Oklahoma.
I mean,
anything's possible now.
That's true. Like, I never realized just how easy it is to buy a tiger and just have it.
$2,000.
They're just like, oh, I just got $2,000.
Why are they so cheap? Too?
I don't know. I'm like, okay, my iMac was more expensive than a tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
And a Mac dies in 4 years, and a tiger will live for who knows how long. So,
but I mean,
where's my investment going?
I guess you have to spend like thousands of dollars just to feed them.
That's true.
So yeah, but that's where it comes
in.
You have to feed thousands of dollars to feed your iMac. They want you to have AirPods. They want you to update everything. They want you to buy new equipment. all the
Yeah.
time.
And you have to have like an
Computer
internet connection
evil.
and
Yeah.
pay your energy bills and such. But
It's also just how are all these tiger owner people like actually shitty people?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah,
And they're characters, but they're also just bad people. And you're like, how are you all like this? Is it something about owning a tiger that brings it out in you?
Probably.
Or is it something in your life that leads everyone in the same path to buy a tiger?
well, so this does kind of my job as a podcaster is like to like tie threads together. So this is what I keep doing.
Tying threads.
Yeah. And I cosplay. So
Ties thread. Now you have to come back to that thread.
Sure.
You're just weaving more threads.
But anyone that has a public persona, whether they want to acknowledge it or not, is doing a thing. I'm doing a thing by trying to not do a thing. I'm intentionally trying to not do a thing.
Everybody tries to, yeah. Because like if you're putting it out there in public, you're kind of like either putting it all out there or you're filtering it somewhat.
Sure. And so anyone who is, I want to open a zoo and be an entertainer with these tigers and stuff, they are a kind of person. In the same way that a kind of person who wants to run for office is the kind of person that wants the things that come out of that. That aren't just, hey, I can make social change happen, but also I can make social change happen.
Or it's people that are running a zoo and they're like, I have tigers and I'm like super exotic and I got 5 wives. So I've got to act like a crazy person or else it's weird. It doesn't work with my brand. Maybe that's also why.
Or the former, which is like, I am a crazy person.
Yeah,
and,
that's
I mean,
true.
they wouldn't say that themselves, but they were like, should I get sued?
Where are you
but,
going?
I mean,
with
like,
this?
Doc Antle is a cult leader.
No, he is. That's not, you're not going to get sued for that. Everyone is saying that.
Right, okay, well,
If you're
yeah,
going to get sued, then a lot of people are going to get sued.
Yeah, that's
Right.
But hey, I guess if that's like a way for more
It's the
people to listen to this
definition-
podcast. But
It's the definition of a cult to basically brainwash people into staying and sticking around.
yeah.
And the fact that it's also all these very specific women that end up becoming his wives, his lovers, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
And
They all
literally
have their own
him
houses
paying for surgery to get implants
it's
and
disgusting.
everything.
Yeah. Like there are some cults that are defined as cults that have actually done less. And it's like, Doc Antle, you need to do less,
Right.
but you're still a cult. But they're not going to
Right.
call it that because he's going to be like, well, no, they're willing. It's like other cult
yeah.
members started off being willing, and then it gets to the point where they're not anymore and they're
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
because it's all they know because they've been isolated from their friends and family. That's the whole mindset.
Right. But like, I guess in a way, it was like, I want to start a cult. What would be a good way of reeling people in? Tigers? Like, if he hadn't found tigers or
Actually,
exotic animals, he probably would have found some other way of luring in women to his weird cult.
yeah, it always starts with power. Like
Yeah.
they just want
Yeah.
power. And so then they'll never say it's a cult. They'll just be like, no, because, and that's why they're so dangerous is because it keeps people around. And there's some that are extremely, a lot of other things that I would classify as cults that are still running today very successfully. And so you're kind of like,
Yeah.
he's
so-
got all the signs there.
Yeah. And so to begin with, just acknowledge the things that are culty in everything, which is why, like,
Right.
Mikey was citing everything being a cult for a while there.
Right.
Hashtag listen to Metroid Mike.
Oh, yeah, Mikey. Shout out.
Yeah. I mean, and it kind of goes back to what we talked about last week, the kind of the
With privilege
checking your
stuff?
privilege, but
Yeah.
also check how much of this is real or not. Like
Check yourself to make sure
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
kind of almost like you kind of in a way need to have speculation about everything. But, you want to, it's not bad to believe either, but you don't want to be like in the point where 20 years down the line, you realize you're in a cult.
right.
You're
yeah.
like some guy's 7th wife and
Sure.
you have children that now you have to look after. And, for a while I got into this long trend of watching escaping polygamy videos. And that's crazy. The amount of like control that those people have over the women and children within polygamous cults, and you're just like kind of horrified for them, because now they're like, they try and get away, but they don't want to leave their kids there either, and they have 15 kids, and so they're trying to like get them all free,
but they themselves like allowed this to happen and were
because at one point they subscribed to the belief. So it's kind of like, then they start to, blame themselves, like, well, I'm already a part of this and it's comfortable and it would be uncomfortable to leave. And it's so messed up, man. Like, it's so sad.
Yeah. But like, no one's immune to propaganda or suggestion or cult leanings. So, I mean, what are the things that we're all watching that entice us to continue to take part in this society? Money isn't real, everyone.
Money is a lie.
I mean, it's...
Marnie's peaced out.
All right, bye, Marnie. That's our cat. I mean, we're all... Even by talking about, like, these reality shows and documentary series and stuff, it's like... we're all kind of... remaining complacent to keep the system intact.
Well, it's kind of like, I always remind myself, you have to be mindfully aware of like everything. So you can still kind of, one of my favorite shows of all time is Psychopaths, if y'all don't know, and that's a twisted, messed up show in a lot of ways, but it's like, you don't subscribe to the bad things about it. You understand them, and you're like, okay, I'm not wanting to glorify this part of it, but it's like educational. Kind of like how also people say, while we're on an anime conversation, Attack on Titan is like Nazi propaganda.
I was a little bit on that wave, but like as I learned a little bit more about it.
At first I was kind of like, whoa, what? But then when I looked into it, I was like, no, it's got these elements of it. Clearly they're using that as like a parallel, but also the Nazis are the bad guys. Yeah. The Nazi-ish people are the bad guys in Attack on Titan. So I don't get why people are calling it fascist, but just because it has it at all, they think it's bad. Right.
Well, the reason why I was skeptical is that the show implies that they deserved it.
The
Jews, quote unquote.
Right. But those characters are technically who we're rooting for, though.
Right. But like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Because they didn't deserve
but like
it, obviously.
they did a thing that caused the retaliation. Whereas like in the real world, the Jews didn't actually do anything to deserve that treatment.
They just existed.
They just existed and then they were hated.
But
it's like in the show, they actually did do something, and therefore they were treated this way.
There's like other things too, where I think the creator showed support for certain Japanese generals in the war or something, and that's problematic. I don't know. But it's also like,
I mean, Japan in general is problematic. Just acknowledge that to begin with.
Yeah. So there's a lot of places that are problematic. Where do you want to start? So it's kind of like, you can, at what point, I think each person it's up to them to, obviously there are certain objective wrongs, but then there's, with media and fiction in general, there's a lot of gray area, and a lot of people can become unhealthy about it. And then a lot of people can still, cause I'm a part of like a couple, like, Christian theology groups with super and like people that are really like huge Christians and deep in theology. And they're also some of the biggest horror movie fans I've ever met in my life. And from an outsider view, people would be like, well, those two don't go together. What are you talking about? But they'll be the first ones to tell you, no, I mean, you wouldn't think so, but watching horror movies has taught me this or this or this, or encourage my faith in these ways, or I just separate myself from this because it's also fictional, and then this and that. So it's kind of like, that's why I have a problem too with like a lot of religions that like outright ban stuff, because I'm like, you're not allowing your believers and your followers to like think for themselves in that way, like even more than what people think. And it's damaging because they're going to get out to the point where they're just going to go wild and crazy because they don't have any like conscious awareness of stuff.
Right.
So they're just going to think, well, everything's all bad or all good.
Yeah. Well, and that's how I can't remember who the quote is, but I'm pretty sure it's from Chris Ryan quoting someone else. It's like the things that are most needing change in society are the things that have the most taboo. And so the things where everyone else tells you to stay away from there is exactly the place where we should be analyzing and observing. So
Or
that
having
we can,
conversations about
yeah,
it.
so that we can really see like what the actual injustice is. But it's like, and so people don't like talking about sex, and people don't like talking about their own money. And so these are things that we should probably talk about.
Yeah.
But we don't, because we're scared of the machine, I guess.
Yeah,
But,
I remember there was like a sermon in Life Church. I forgot exactly what it was, but at one point, Pastor Craig was like, I'm rich. Everyone here is rich. And it kind of made people uncomfortable. And it's like, no one likes to say that they have money or that they're rich or that they're okay because it comes across as bad. But like, we're super blessed and lucky in this country in a lot of ways. Like, you know, he's speaking generally. But it kind of brought to mind a point that like, it is kind of like a thing of taboo or something to talk about your money at all in any case. And it's kind of like, that always made me think about it and bring to mind. I mean, in a way, he was also kind of like encouraging the tithe and stuff like that. But in general, I thought that thought process was interesting.
Yeah.
Because you try, you know, it's like you try and see people like be humble about everything, but then they're not. They're like humble bragging in a weird way. So you're like, either own it or don't. I don't know. That makes sense.
Right. But that is kind of a form of like checking your privilege and then just like, yeah, I have a lot of money. This is something that I should probably interface with the world in a way that I acknowledge that I have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
kind of like on the opposite end of like Joel Osteen when Houston was going through all the floods, and he has the biggest church probably in the United States. And he was like, no, we're closed. Sorry. We're going through problems. And it's like, no, you're not. Like you're actually fine.
Yeah.
So why are you acting like all of a sudden you can't help?
Welcome to last week's podcast.
Right.
Hey,
Part 2.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you have a thought on that before I reel us back towards media or something?
I mean, just the whole like it kind of reminded me, just not really naming names for safety reasons, but like the whole hiding behind religion when you're rich.
Yeah.
yeah.
And allowing that to
Is the mob after you, Sable? I'm just kidding. 100% people do that. Yeah. And you can really tell the difference in people based on how they act when. And then my dad always had this great like way of I'm going to butcher it. But he's basically saying, you know, if somebody messes up, you don't judge them based on that. You judge them on how they react or respond to it. And so, you know, if he gets totally screwed over by a company, he'll like sit back, but then like if they respond to it really well, he's like, okay, like, oh, you know, you totally messed up my product that I ordered from you. But they end up like returning it and giving his refund and then giving him something, you know, he's like, okay, you're great. But like even if it's like a slight mess up and he has an issue with it and they don't do well, he'll like call that's how he kind of judges their character.
Yeah.
And so in a lot of ways I grew up the same way. Like you don't really judge it based on the problems going around, but on the response to it.
Yeah. So we can see the infrastructure of the country about how well it's responding in a crisis.
Exactly. It shows it's the character.
Well.
Not well. In other news, I'll have to show you guys later, but I came across John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, has this thing called.
Actually watched that today.
Oh, did you watch it already?
Is it from yesterday?
Where he has like Hamilton come on.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today and I started crying. I'm like,
I know Santiago. Like,
I love him.
Came through in the living room. He's like, I have something to show you.
It's important,
Right?
And I love that he does that, and he's just wholesome,
Right?
sweet man.
I'll say like what I was telling you. I thought that was super, super sweet. I do worry though, in the back of my mind, it kept popping up as we were watching it. Like John was able to do that for that 9-year-old girl because her mom tweeted like, oh, we missed Hamilton. So we're watching Return to Mary Poppins, whatever. And then all of that blew up for her.
Are people going to take advantage of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about because, like, especially like now where it's like, try and do something good for each other. But it's like the whole, I'm dying of cancer, cough, cough, like, do this for me because I'm dying when they're really not.
Yeah.
That's like the thing that I worry about. Like, people see that and be like, oh, well, if I tweet something, maybe I'll get that too.
Right. That would suck. And that's when I'm kind of like, karma. But
Yeah.
I also feel like to an extent with stuff like that, they hopefully fact check things. Not like, go super stalkery, deep dive. Which reminds me of another show I've finished watching that we can loop back to. Anyway, they just research enough to like know, okay, they're at least a valid person and, they were going to go or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of like people probably out there would take advantage of it.
Oh, 100%. Or they'd just try and mimic it so that they could have that too. Not saying just with Hamilton, but with anybody.
I mean, it's like that show about the real life story about, what's her name? What's it called? The mom, and she like faked her kids' diseases.
Yeah, we were talking about that at work.
The show is called the Act on Hulu, but it's based on a real story, and I'm forgetting the names of the people, and I feel awful.
Look it up.
If you can look it up.
I mean, there's lots of like drama movies that are based around that.
Yeah, I just feel bad. I remember the name of the show, but I don't remember. But she faked her daughter's illnesses all her life and got a lot from that, and a lot of people were taken advantage of, and so
weren't you saying that one she was a YouTuber, she was European who tried to be like Japanese? That chick?
Yeah, her mom. Why do I forget names of things whenever I'm like here? Venus Angelic, that's her name. She was a YouTuber, or she is a YouTuber, but her mom kind of put on an act of her as well and kind of took over her life, and she ended up getting, I think, legally emancipated from her, and became a totally different person and is a lot healthier. But it's just sad how it's like, parents take advantage of their kids and they don't know any better because the kids don't know any better because they trust their parent.
Child actors.
Yeah. Right. Basically, yeah. It's like at some point your kid's doing it to make you happy. And so then at what point do you call it off if they don't want to?
Yeah.
Like you should call it off if they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. But a lot of them convince them otherwise.
That Black Mirror episode.
I need to watch more Black Mirror. Maybe that will go on my to-do list of shows I need to binge.
I don't know.
Maybe not binge that one.
Yeah, because
that could get dark real fast.
Like we're all like the real world is pretty Black Mirror as it is.
It is.
If
every
you're
day,
not in a good place, just put that one in the back burner for a while. Maybe once things are like going all right and the world doesn't feel as similar to Black Mirror,
and you're like, wow, I missed those times when the world felt like Black Mirror. Let's watch Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Oh god. I mean, I deactivated my Facebook and took Twitter off my phone just to get away from like the constant news cycle about everything, and that's helped some. But it's still everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Twitter's a trash fire.
Yeah,
So.
Twitter is a trash fire.
Facebook is also a trash fire.
One of my online friends pointed out, this is not important, but one of my online friends pointed out to me that he sent it to me. And there's an artist who claims to be a graphic designer and illustrator named Meghan that tried to take my exact Twitter handle. But since I took it before her, she had to take out the E in Meg. So it just says Mstick or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense at all.
No.
And it's funny because she actually has more followers, but I took the handle first. And so
Yeah.
he was just laughing about that. Anyway, that's not that
Nice.
important. But.
Maybe she'll like, hey, can I have your Twitter handle for like $3,000?
I'd be like,
sure, I'll buy a
hell
tiger
yeah,
with that.
okay, bye. I'm not that married to it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'll if I have a sizable amount of wastable money, I would try and get like just at Santiago.
Right.
That would be really
Just the first name.
Yeah, just at
That's
Santiago.
powerful, yeah.
Like I'm the Santiago. That would be
The only one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't
You
know.
just got
I don't
at-
know who has that.
At Ramones, but everyone thinks you're just the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
That's
Besides, there's I mean, I have two older brothers, and
Right, yeah, that's true. Santiago would be better.
I don't even like the Ramones that much. Like, I feel I'm required to know a little bit about
They'd
the
be like,
band.
oh, like
just
the
'cause it's
band,
my
right?
name.
And you're like,
It's
yeah.
yes.
I know. That's
I
what
mean, the band shirts are cute though.
Yeah.
Like you got one or whatever. That's so cute.
I can't wear it, but yes.
Oh, why?
It's too small.
Oh, that's okay.
But no, I was telling Santiago, I was like, I actually really want to like take the Ramones like logo, but like alter it enough that it fits for the Ramones
That'd be cute.
somehow.
Yes.
Like I have a few ideas in my head on how I want to
Like
do
those
it.
faux shirts that like Christian stores sell where it's like trying to make anything, like Starbucks, but it's like got like a cross in it and it's like
Or
you know,
the
one or whatever. I
the
don't know.
fakes that you see like the kiosk like off-brand shirts.
Yes, like those.
Yes.
One of my old managers hated those shirts because he was like, we are not designing our stuff like that. Like, because for a while, like a lot of our buyers were like, yeah, you should buy them like this, and he's like, no.
Go to Threadless if you want that.
Right. The one I remember the most is like it was when Twilight was popular, and so they had like the Twilight font and everything, but instead of Twilight, it said The Light, and then like a Bible verse underneath it, but it looked like Twilight. And so when I saw it, I was horrified. I think I saw it at Falls Creek.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
There's a church that does
Never went back.
that kind of stuff here. It's the one off of Expressway heading towards, it's past Council. I don't know which church it is, but they always have
is it like the big one?
it's like, yeah, it's kind of big.
It's not like Crossings, is it?
No, it's not that one.
That one's huge.
No, it's another one where they always have like some sort of a banner out, and they always do like a play on words with like
I think
movies.
I know what you're talking about.
They did a Toy Story one, and the
Yep.
font was almost identical.
Yep. I
was
hate
like-
it. I hate it. For some reason, churches and Christian companies, they're like, the only way people are going to pay attention to us is if we have mediocre design that rips off something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's not true. If you actually had good design, people would notice you more.
Right.
So
Yeah.
stop it with the parody shirts.
Also, apparently, the Toy Story font was used on like Little Debbie's like box.
Ooh,
for something.
Did Disney come after Little Debbie? Is
I
Little
don't- I
Debbie
don't-
dead somewhere?
Right.
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie. Thanks. I'll take over your job as the pun master. I'm just
That's
kidding.
fine. Yeah.
But no, I just saw that and I was like, that looks suspiciously familiar.
I love it. You've stopped sending me the bad boy bootleg stuff. And it makes me sad.
I've because similarly, I've also just
Stayed off
stopped.
of things.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like, why isn't there not like a
You can
safe
just
place
lurk.
for memes?
You can just lurk Reddit.
Oh, I don't
no.
like that's dangerous. I don't
That
want to
is
lurk
dangerous.
Reddit.
Just r/memes.
I guess subreddits are fine because they have to stay in
Yeah.
topic
Yeah,
words. Dead air. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's moderators and such.
Mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reddit kind of scares me though. So
That's fine.
eh.
It's
Stuff can blow up on there though. So I've been tempted to share my art or something,
Right,
but then I
it's-
also don't want it to get stolen from there.
no,
So I'm
but
like,
it's 4chan for normal people.
yeah. It's funny how often I'll see people I consider normies be like, "Oh, I saw it on Reddit," and I'm like, but I guess it's there's a lot of
Yeah, well, you can
different
go
threads
into
there
whatever.
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, unlike 4chan, which is
dangerous.
the deep dark pit of
yeah.
the internet.
No one talks about that
or
goes
it's
there.
the deep dark pit of our internet,
Yeah,
like normie internet.
yeah. There's a whole nother dark internet. That's for sure.
That's yeah.
One of the 7 rings of hell.
Yeah.
9 rings, 7 rings, something like that.
I think it's 9.
Something like
I
that.
think it's 9.
I'm pretty sure it's 9.
If not, we're adding more every day anyway. So
Right.
by now it's like 15.
Yes.
We're already there. So
Yeah, like this is it right now. This is 15.
Oof.
yeah.
Coronavirus.
Since we are talking about media and thinking of the like whole Christian bleeding into just as a thought, because I want your opinion on it. How do you feel about those movies that
Pure flicks.
yeah.
I hate them. I hate them. You know why? Okay, listen. It's because everything in it is so stereotypical, cliche, and downright like insulting in a way. And it's like they always paint characters to be a certain way. Like all the Christian-y characters are like good and great and quirky and whatever and humble, and then they have like the atheist characters or non-believing characters, whatever, be painted a certain way. And then it's like they try and do the whole like salvation thing at the end, and they force it in really dramatic ways, and they make it sound like, oh, your whole Christian walk can start and end in a month or 2 or a year. They don't realize it's like a lifelong thing with seasons and ups and downs, and that not all Christians are great. And so I've never seen one of those movies that felt realistic. And back in the day, I kind of fell into them because it was like very emotionally. They manipulate you. They manipulate you emotionally, especially as a Christian.
Like religion in general. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I don't really disagree with you there. A lot of places do that. I mean, I believe I'm in like a weird place right now where I don't have like a church I go to. Still holds in my faith, but like I think I've become aware of like the emotional manipulation about things, and so that makes it kind of daunting. And so anytime I see like a Pure Flix thing come up, I'm like, what is this? Okay, it's like the same Wonder Bread version of a movie, and so I'm like, I don't want it. It's so bad. Like I don't know why they don't see it. Like I don't know why they don't make better content to spread your message.
But those are the same eyes that are saying like, hey, instead of Twilight, we'll say the light.
Yeah, and it's the same eyes that don't really view the world realistically either.
Yeah,
like that's kind of what bothers me as well. They want to stay in their little bubble. And they don't realize that's not how it works. And so if you really want to spread your message to people, you just have to have conversations, and you have to make it realistic, believable media that people would go out and want to see anyway. Because, a lot of people within the circle I kind of fall into now, they honestly find sometimes more Christian values and messages through what people call secular media. And that is interesting to me because like a lot of times I agree with them. I'm like, a Pure Flix film is so boring and generic, but I can watch, I don't know, like they said, horror films or whatever. A lot of those are sometimes made by Christian or Catholic, whatever, directors. And it's because of that but they don't make that the primary message, that their message almost comes out more. If that makes sense. Because you're not manipulated by it, which makes discussing them way more interesting.
Yeah.
So
listen to Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah.
He's a very Christian like musician, but he doesn't make Christian music.
I mean, one of my favorite podcasts is Popcorn Theology, and they do movie reviews. They don't touch a Pure Flix movie. They hate those movies. Yeah. They'll talk about like anything, and they'll bring on guests to talk about stuff too. Like if one of them doesn't like horror movies just for whatever reason, they'll bring on someone that does. So and that's what made me really fascinated and kind of what pulled me out of the really bubble I was in with. When I first began as a Christian, like.
Right. Well, and those are also trying to like pat yourself on the back because it's like, hey, look, I'm a Christian.
We saved the guy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. But like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, they talked about like The Witch, which is like a crazy horror movie, right? And a lot of Christians were trying to boycott that movie because they're like, it's showing evil things.
And that's exactly why I should watch it.
Yeah, but exactly. Because, okay, arguing that, if you genuinely feel uncomfortable, don't make yourself watch something that's unnecessary. But like, if you're like, okay, no, I can do this. Because I don't feel like I could have watched it just because I don't like horror movies as much. It depends on what they are. But I read all about it.
It's pretty mild.
I read all about it and I was like, oh, okay. I probably could have watched it. But, they had a really great theological conversation about it. And I was like, oh, I learned so much through that. More than I would have learned through, I don't know, some Pure Flix film. I couldn't even think of it. What's the one where the girl goes to trial for her... I don't know. They're all the same. They all go to trial for their faith, and they're the best people. So it's it's annoying.
Right. I would even say that the Vivitch is like
Vivitch.
That's how it's spelled.
I know. They try and be artsy with it.
I think it was made for Christian people because like you wouldn't get all of the references or even the like. I mean, I'll call it mythology, but like that surrounds the notion of like, oh, this is what our faith teaches us is being like the devil is trying to like make his way into your family and stuff. And like that's The Witch is really good about like tackling all of those insecurities that are instilled in the, again, mythology of the faith. And that's what it's playing on. And so that's actually who it's for, because anyone else who is secular and didn't grow up with that wouldn't get all those references.
I mean, they can like the Popcorn Theology podcast, like they took Wreck-It Ralph and they made it like super well-grounded, like theological whole message about identity. And they could pull all that from it. That's not what Wreck-It Ralph's trying to say, but like they can
It is a
almost,
little bit of what-
it's just a good, right. Not in a theological way. I mean,
Right,
not
right,
like
right.
a Christian way or whatever, but like it's just a good story. And so they can they can relate to it in a way that means more to them because it's just a well-told story. And not enough media is focusing on that nowadays. I feel like,
Yeah.
not to sound cliche, but that's why a lot of the best media people really come back to every time is because it's just a good story.
Yeah.
People need to focus on that more.
Right. And the other part is that like a good story doesn't necessarily require you to feel good.
Right, exactly. You can
That's
come
why-
back from it like, oh gosh.
That's why I enjoy Black Mirror so much. It's why I really enjoyed, and I'm not really into horror movies, but like I really enjoyed both Hereditary and Midsummer.
Oh yeah, I read all about Midsummer and followed like videos about that. Ooh.
Yeah. And it's like
I didn't watch it, but I
it's,
basically did.
it's
rough.
I mean it's a really good film. And they don't make you feel good. Like you don't watch Black Mirror and you're like, oh boy, I feel great about the universe.
Unless you need to bring yourself down a peg or two. You're like, I've been too optimistic lately.
Sure,
watch Black
I
Mirror.
guess. Or it's like, I've been on my phone for 48 hours straight. I'll watch some Black Mirror and give myself some reason to throw it across the room.
That's fair. Yeah.
But like, yeah, not all media has to make you feel good. And I mean, especially like The Last of Us is one of the more like best made game stories in the past decade, and nobody feels good in that story. There's no like pure people in it either. So I mean,
there's realistic characters and realistic believing
like the
situations.
real world.
What?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, they also don't feel good after that, but that's because no one understands it.
Yeah, that's fine.
They'll feel good in like a weird way, but then like a surface level way. But then afterwards they're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So you can basically say they're the same game.
Just one has Disney characters.
I'm kidding.
It's fine.
I mean,
The Last of Us is the one with the Disney characters, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts has zombies.
Can't wait
God.
to go back
Just
to
see Goofy
Disneyland
coming at you,
and-
zombie
Oh
form.
my God. That's probably somewhere. I need that
Probably.
mod though. I mean, maybe in like Kingdom Hearts 5.8 we'll get it.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Just,
I mean, they're making
I can't
more.
wait to
Well, there's Halloween Town, right?
meet Joel in
They're like cute. though.
Disneyland.
Oh, true.
Yeah. No.
It's like, oh, hey, it's Joel.
Yeah, he's
And
like
it's
a
this some
summon
weird, like-
character.
Yeah.
Do you not know that? You press triangle enough times, he'll pop up and help you.
No, Joel is the. Oh, you're talking about. No, Joel is
Still
the,
tying it in with
main
Kingdom
dude.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Tying it in, tying threads.
Yes, thanks.
You're welcome.
But I mean, some
That
kid.
reminded me. Sorry, that reminded me of the thing that you shared about like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of Cloud for finally getting his own game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that's
it's intentionally
bait,
insane.
but like
I
I'm
know.
also like in the state of mind in the world now. I'm like, I believe anything. You know,
Right.
there are people out there that don't know the game from scratch. They don't know Final Fantasy VII, so they're probably like, oh wow, okay,
I'm so proud of you.
cool. Yeah.
Can't wait for Squall to have his own. I'm like,
It's like, okay, well, it's okay. They don't have to play it. It's fine. We'll
Right.
leave them out. They can believe what they want to believe.
I know. It was just great.
yeah, never underestimate
The power of
the,
stupidity.
like people's capability to be stupid.
I mean, I remember
Stupidity.
when we worked at Vintage Stock, I'm pretty sure there was a moment where this dad was buying his like daughter and she was little, probably like under 10 years old, right? And she was wanting to buy a Smurfs plush. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the Smurfs. I remember watching that when I was your age. And she just gave me this look like, they're new. I'm like,
You're like, listen, kid,
excuse me.
I've been around.
Right. Like,
You want me to ruin some more things for you? My Little Pony ain't unique either.
Nope. Exactly.
Everything in your life right now is probably a rehash of something else. Mm-hmm. Have a good day. Just give him the Smurf and let him leave. Make the daughter cry.
Right.
You know, that's our job.
That's fine.
That was our job at Vintage Stock. Make kids cry.
Right.
Yeah. Is there any like? I mean, I don't know. what are the original things in life now that we can appreciate rather than having to try and
Like things that are being remade?
no things
Or
that are original
that are new
nowadays.
to now.
Yeah.
Oh, that are new to now.
Yeah. So like something like Hereditary and Midsummer are like, hey, look, these are horror movies that don't have 12 sequels.
They're saying we're in like a renaissance of horror movies.
Yeah. We
So
are.
those movies like Get Out and stuff like
Get
that,
Out
like
and
Us,
Yeah.
those are probably all. I would say they are because they're refreshing to me. Even if I don't watch them because I'm a baby, I appreciate them for what they're doing because I know they're.
Is she trying to get in the room again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
She's
what am
just
I
laying
hearing?
on the floor and like getting under it with her paw.
She loves, so that's our laundry room. And we keep her out of it because there's weird holes that are in the wall that probably go underneath.
You'll never see her again.
Right. So
Right.
we
Just
keep.
don't want her to get into some stuff.
But
Yeah.
you'll like hear a noise in the wall and then realize she's like in the wall.
Oh, God.
That would be great.
Kill all the ants, Marnie.
I guess I could say stuff like Steven Universe comes to mind as like
Yeah.
a truly purely original
Oh, yeah.
cartoon.
Mhm.
And I don't know if like Avatar would count, I guess,
Yeah.
as a
Not in the decade, but sure.
not in the decade. Yeah, I guess just I'm thinking like my lifetime, but it's getting to the point where they remade a movie and they're trying to remake a Netflix show, so maybe it doesn't count because Steven Universe has just ended, so it's like fresh enough that they haven't made
Yeah.
anything yet.
Did it end?
Yeah, it
It
officially ended.
Yeah. I haven't caught up. I want to, but like that's what I saw on Instagram was just it's over. I don't know.
Good. Things need to end.
They should,
have to.
They need to end if ended on a good note, like how Avatar did.
We kind of touched base about that, like knowing when to end something versus letting it go for too long. Like, no offense, but SpongeBob probably should have ended a long time ago.
Fairly Odd Parents should have
Fairly
ended a
Odd
long time ago.
Parents.
See, even if they're like super short, like episodic little things, like it's still just once the humor kind of starts to change, you're like, you're
Well,
risking
even,
it.
honestly, like we're excited to watch last season of Good Place.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like they could have just done 2 seasons and like tackled some of the stuff that they tackled in like season 3
Yeah.
in the earlier seasons, and I would have been fine.
Yeah. Well, again, that's what I was saying. Like, it's really good, but there are so many moments where I'm like, I feel like they're backtracking or it doesn't really make sense. Like,
Or they wrote themselves into a corner and then they had to like
Oh yeah.
yeah. That's, yeah.
That's why, like, I don't know why people don't just make a whole story first. It
And
drives me
then-
because you can tell, like that it's not gonna go well if they start like, that's how it was. Like, I loved Once Upon a Time, and that show just went crazy. Like, I didn't even finish it, but they started bringing up amnesia, resurrection. That means you've written yourself into a corner, and so you can't just think you'll get away with that and then
If I
blind
haven't-
us with a new Disney character.
If I haven't said this enough on the podcast yet, I hate amnesia.
Yeah.
Stop using it
I don't
as
know
a plot
if
device.
I've ever seen it done well. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Only when it is foundational to the
Yes.
story.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
so I read a book last year. Octavia Butler. It's called Fledgling. Which Octavia Butler's great. She's like one of the authors kind of foundational in the, maybe not foundational, but in the Afrofuturism genre, which is super cool. But Fledgling is about
Is it a young adult? Is it a young adult novel or is it
no
adult novel? Anyway, that doesn't matter, really.
right. But it's about like a girl who wakes up, doesn't know anything, and like has memory loss, and discovers that she is a vampire, and like kind of gets introduced to like that world, and her amnesia allows her to like have the world be new to us as it's new to her.
I could see that working. Yeah.
In the same way that like Harry Potter is like it's fine that Harry's like, I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you're new to this world. And so we're introducing you to things that are normal to everyone else, but are new to you. And so it's effective because you can introduce weird stuff that the main character doesn't know about.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
Because we also don't know about it.
Right.
That's how you can use amnesia effectively, but you have to make it from the get-go. Or Memento. Go ahead.
Didn't they use that kind of plot for the latest Blade Runner, the new one?
No, that wasn't.
I thought he like had some sort of weird amnesia from the get-go.
Who, Harrison Ford?
No, it's the brand new one that came out
Ryan
a couple.
Gosling. Because Harrison Ford's in the new one, right?
Yeah.
He shows up,
because he was in the original,
right?
Which, by the way, one of the best sequels.
I do
made.
want to see those. I want to see both in a row. I need to watch them.
Did you see the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen the first one, but we saw the new one.
Right. Well, I watched the second one with you.
Jared Leto's in the second one, I think.
Yeah. I watched the second one with you, and I had read the book, and then after watching the second
Do Androids
one,
Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yeah, do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is very different from Blade Runner.
Because I started, I'm so far into Psychopaths and my love for it that I wanted to read all the literature that's referenced in it. And so I was like, oh, and I know it's based off Blade Runner. And so I'll like read the book and then watch the movies. The book is like, I need to finish it, but it's pretty quaint. Really different. It is kind of quaint, more quaint than I thought, especially for how often they quote it in that show. But that's not quaint. So I'm just like,
okay. Well, I think they quote it in the show a lot because Blade Runner, like,
it's Psychopaths is more based on Blade Runner. Yeah. Like in a lot of ways, even down to like the detective-iness.
Yeah. But it's not nerdy enough to reference a movie, so they reference a book.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's our characters are literate. They're not movie cinephiles.
Right, yeah. So,
they read books because they're deep.
Yeah. But I mean, there are ways of using amnesia effectively if you just start with it.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of Memento was like, he doesn't remember things. This is where we're beginning.
Learning it like in reverse. Yeah. That's fascinating. But if you're like, I went through this whole story and now there's amnesia in the middle of it. Now you have to convince us that not only they actually have an amnesia, but like why it matters other than to rewrite things you can't get yourself out of.
Right.
Cora.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
exactly.
Dumb.
Yeah.
That was so dumb.
Another plot point that I hate, speaking of amnesia, because of Gravity Falls, I hate it whenever the stakes are super high.
Yeah.
And then immediately don't matter.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you saying Gravity Falls did that, or
yes,
at the end?
That is like
you haven't gotten to the end yet, though.
That is literally my only disappointment with Gravity Falls. Like everything in Gravity Falls is wonderful.
Yeah.
My only disappointment is that
it's like they think we can't handle high stakes.
Yeah.
But like actually
that there are consequences and that we just have to, like, as an audience, deal with them.
That kind of plot seems to be happening a lot lately in a lot of film.
Avengers Endgame.
That, Star Wars, we rewatched Frozen 2, and that is like everywhere in that one as well with Elsa. Like, I like Frozen 2 way more than the first one.
Yeah.
But Elsa still shuts everyone out when you really sit back and think about it.
It's because it's like, oh, well, she's truly accepted herself. Yeah, I can see that.
And then it justifies her shutting everyone out.
You mean by her going?
You're the special. You're the Avatar, and so you get to
but the
live
Avatar
off by yourself.
But she's not. Yeah, I mean, she's
out.
I disagree with the shutting everyone out because I guess she's literally going back to her, like Anna and her family to like go play whatever.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
but the rest of the time, she just.
I mean, Elsa is like their pride and joy right now. It's like Disney's golden child, so they're gonna like let her get away with anything. But yeah,
yeah, like breaking all of her promises that she made in the first movie and in the second movie, and just doing the thing that she was going to do anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, so like kind of going on that for a moment, like because it's fresh in my mind. Like, yes, only Elsa really could have gotten to at the Holland and everything. It makes sense because like CinemaSins or CinemaWins pointed out, like really she's the only one that could have done any of that anyway.
Because she's meant to be like a
the Avatar.
spirit. Yeah. It's like the Avatar is the only one that can go to the spirit world.
Yeah. Well, like literally
Korra.
when she gets there, everything's in ice. So she's able to move it because she has ice
She
powers.
can't. That's true. Yeah. So even if somebody could get there,
yeah,
they'd
like-
have to have ice powers.
Yeah.
It's what it makes me think of whenever I play like platforming games.
Yeah.
So the best example is Prince of Persia is my favorite because it's like every single environment was designed to be traversed.
Yeah.
But like also every single environment, the only way is this path of platforming. And so it's like only the prince could get through here because he can run on walls and jump on ledges and jump back and forth between walls that are close enough and do like this wall thing where you like, so it's like, how convenient that all of the characters' abilities are made so that they can approach this situation specifically.
And I think a lot of it, and I think I'm forgiving of Frozen 2 because it's like a good character arc for her, but a lot of it was probably aesthetics too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, ice. And then, oh, you know, you finally found this place that's like all for you because it's all ice. And that was why. But yeah, I mean, those movies are basically her movies.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
Right.
but I think Anna still has like a good ground in there. She has her own story about dealing with like loss and
she's a good
mental health
counterbalance.
and, yeah, like Elsa's out there discovering herself and going crazy and having great, and then Anna's having all these doubts and like literally in a cave in the darkness but still moving on. Like one of my online friends mentioned how much she loved her in that movie because she really shows like soldiering through like mental health and like loss, grief. Like she can represent like a lot of things in that, especially in that specific scene about the next right thing, and still doing what she knows she needs to do and everything. And so I think her role is still really strong, even though for sure Elsa is like everyone's
and then they
favorite.
threw that all away because it's the next right thing is destroying the dam and flooding our city.
And you wanted the city to flood.
Yeah. Like,
I could see it in there.
why would you introduce this risk if it wasn't actually a risk?
Yeah. That's also because it's probably a kid's movie.
Yeah.
They don't want to give.
This is coming from the same company that literally made us all watch Mufasa die.
But he comes back in ways like spiritually. So it's like, yeah, he's gone, but yeah.
Disney's
But,
put
like,
us through some
I
stuff,
don't know,
okay?
like,
Yeah.
don't baby the audience.
Yeah.
Like I think we can handle it. I think kids can handle it.
Oh, 100%. Kids
Because
can handle
kids
it.
in Japan watch Ghibli movies.
Oh. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those will
Grave of
fuck you up.
Fireflies. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a lot of it has to do with they want it to be happy, and Anna had to be queen. Frozen 2 spoilers, by the way. I don't know why. Anyway, she had to
It's a little
be
late for that.
queen. Yeah, but like why couldn't maybe? And I think they were trying to do the whole like also tell the message. Hello.
Oh,
Thanks for that. They're like, hey, you're doing a podcast? Here's a honk. They're doing the whole like the whole concept of bridges, and so like Anna was representing one side and Elsa was representing the other, so they wanted to keep a land for Anna to be on and keep a land for Elsa to be on, and they're the Brit, and there's but there's always bridges that connect
that's why I
us.
keep saying the Avatar.
Yeah, I know, but like so like Elsa's a bridge, but then there's bridges have two sides, and like I liked that continuity enough that I was able to forgive them for her saving it at the end.
But wouldn't it have meant more if like, oh, Anna, you get to be queen now. The town is destroyed. You get to take part in rebuilding it. So that like we all feel that together, and that, hey,
we can truly trust you as a queen.
Yeah, we can, and we can get through this together.
Also, it's like they already like had all the townspeople out of there anyway.
Yeah.
It's like
No one would have died.
no one would have died.
Yeah.
Or
Which is what the spirits wanted in the first place.
Right. Or like what they could have done was the big thing like, oh, it actually like destroyed the town. We thought like people were still there. And then turns out everyone was okay.
Yeah.
Like that whole like kind of shock factor.
Right.
Like, oh my God, did everyone die? And then so there are stakes, but then you're like, wait, no, they're okay. It's just like their home was destroyed, but like you're home when you're with your yeah. They could have spun that a lot of different ways. It is 100% them babying it, you know. A lot of parents too, when they take their kids to stuff, they're protective of their kids, and so they're like, why did Disney end it so sad? Like, oh, my kid's so sad now. But yet again, it's like, no, you could take this opportunity to have a conversation with your kids about grief or loss, or and how much more impactful would that have been?
Be a parent,
right? How much more impactful would that have been than oh yay, Elsa and Anna were really pretty again, and I want their doll. Like,
well, yeah. I mean,
that does kind of remind me. I think like some actresses are definitely like against like having, especially their daughters watch Disney.
Yeah, I saw that. Natalie Portman's one of them. They're like, oh my gosh, Little Mermaid literally gives up her voice for a man.
Yeah. It's because they don't want to have to try and explain that to like their 6-year-old or something.
Little kids watching Little Mermaid aren't gonna think of it like that though.
Look at us. We grew up with that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like we're fine for the most part.
I don't know. I mean, like parents gonna parent for the most part. We're all broken. Parents are gonna parent for the most part. Whatever. I'm not a parent yet. I don't know how. Apparently. Nice. That was a really loud. My shoulder hit the mic and everything. Anyway, so I don't want to tell someone how to parent, but I think it's stupid. I'm like, yet again, I go back to everything can have a conversation. Fictional media, you approach it with your own conscience, and so if you're worried about your kid doing that, maybe you just like let them watch it and you talk about it afterwards. And then you'll probably realize 90% of the time they're not going to get this super deep message like you are. But instead you can use this moment to be like, oh, you know, what we like about Ariel is her free spirit and going after what she wants and this and that. And, you know, she's still tied with her family and, but she pursued what she wanted, you know, that can relate in a way as well.
Yeah. I didn't start like really understanding media until like my senior year of high school.
I was way later than that.
Like
probably after I really started looking at media in that way with Popcorn Theology, whether it was theological or not. It made me realize, oh, media can be deeper,
right?
Makes it more interesting. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, and so it's like the entire rest of the time I was like, this looks cool.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, I think subconsciously we're getting the message of, oh, this is what this is saying. This is what this means.
People can use anything and to put their own message to it too.
Right. But like, no one really is paying attention.
It's based on, first of all, like Little Mermaid, it's based off of, it's Hans Christian Andersen, right?
Yeah.
That was one of his tales. And
so is Frozen.
Yeah, and so it's Frozen. And so they're literally just like, we're going to tell a story. We're going to retell this story. They're not like, you know what? Let's get political. Girls, you got to give up your voice for a man. You know, no one, if that's the message you get from it, great. Take that and run with it. I don't care. But like, you can't say that that's what the message is.
Right. Well, the Disney version is a lot happier.
Yeah, the Disney version's a lot happier.
Yeah.
It's just funny how they'll rip apart anything or use it for their own gain.
I still kind of find it funny because, like, mentioning all that, like, you know, we grew up with, like, the renaissance of Disney and stuff like that. But I still remember, and I think I've pointed this out in an older episode on the podcast, but, like, Powerpuff Girls had literally a devil as a villain. Him.
They had him, which is an acronym for His Infernal Majesty.
Yeah. Also, he was like hella gay at the same time.
Yeah.
But then literally there was another like cartoon, Cow and Chicken. Did you ever watch that one?
I don't think I did.
It was stupid, like beyond stupid.
90s cartoons were edgy.
Oh, they were.
Well, Rocko's Modern Life when like, what's his cow's friend name? Is it?
Heifer?
I was about to say that. I'm like, is that right? No. Yeah, I think it's Heifer. He like dies and goes to hell. Yeah. Because he like choked on something. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That happened.
No, literally in Cow and Chicken, they always intermingle with the devil.
Right.
And like he's just literally butt ass naked. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ren and Stimpy, obviously. If that was even ever really for kids.
No.
But also the show's creator was a pedophile. So yay.
Ooh. Big oof.
Big.
Oof.
But like, I feel like I don't hear people critique those kind of things, you know,
Right.
nearly as much, or maybe I just don't listen to the right people. But like, I'll hear more people complain about like, you know, the Disney princesses and like not wanting their kids to like relate to that or something when it's like,
But they're
there's
also
like far worse stuff.
I don't
want to
get like too deep here, but I'm going to.
go for it.
Like I'm
Whose
trying to. I'm
podcast
like,
are you on?
no, I know, but I'm like forming that thought as I think about it.
Go for
Do
it.
you think it's because it's like it has
gonna
to do
close the
with
windows.
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
if it has to do with the whole like. I'm mainly saying because I'm not like crazy kill the patriarchy, but in a way, this kind of shows how they're critiquing those shows or those Disney movies or whatever because they're for women and for girls, and so I feel like in a way they want to control more what they.
Right. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I
You know
think
what I'm getting with
it's,
this?
It's the type of people that want that kind of media, and then, like, I don't know, a mom that would let her kids watch Powerpuff Girls instead of Little Mermaid wouldn't.
Couldn't you say?
Yeah, wouldn't really mind either way.
Yeah.
But a mom that's like, oh no, don't watch this. Watch Little Mermaid. Wait, she's giving up her voice for the thing? I need to speak to the manager.
What do you let them watch
Yeah.
then? Like,
Okay, Karen.
yeah, because it's because I feel like Ren and Stimpy was more maybe a target audience for young
Adults.
boys and adults or whatever. But Disney movies with princesses for sure. Their base target audience is younger girls. And so I feel like people are way more protective because they feel like younger girls need to turn out a certain way or whether that's for one side or the other. And so that's why they get like hyper focused on that.
Yeah.
Like, well, you can't give up your voice for a man or
Right. But they're not the type of people that would allow their kids to watch other media anyways.
Yeah.
And so the media that they are allowing their kids to watch is the one that they're criticizing.
it's just so much better to just let them kind of, within reason, let them watch stuff and then just talk to them about it. Cause like kids aren't as dumb as people think they are. Like they'll pick up on things and they'll remember, they'll start to really grow and learn a lot about themselves at those ages. That's why the conversations are very vital. But a lot of parents just try and restrict everything and think that's the answer.
All right, so let's go this way then. Megan, plug your stuff. What do you got going on? I mean, nothing, but like plug your
Nothing,
stuff.
right. I guess I'm trying to do art more. So if you want to follow me or anything,
Get on that grind.
it's get on the hustle. It's at _Megstetic, which is MEGSTHETIC.
There you go.
Like aesthetic, but like Meg.
Yes.
Because I took it from that person who wanted it. They had to take their
You
letter
hustled
out.
before
I
they
hustled
did.
before they hustled. That's basically it. So
Yeah. Check that out. Megan does good art.
I do art sometimes
do
on
art.
social media.
Does my wife. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
My wife.
You can always find my stuff at sableann.com. That is my website where you can find my online portfolio of graphic design, illustrations, all that fun stuff. I'm mainly on Instagram at sableann_creations. I hesitated on
That's
that
okay.
for a second.
I got you.
Creations.
Creations. Well, I thought illustrations. I was like, wait.
Those are also there.
It's okay. I forgot how to spell mine, so it's fine.
I'm gonna start promoting this a lot more now because I need to anyway. Also on my website, there's a link. You can buy my first children's book.
Buy your book. It's cute.
yeah.
We're all stuck inside. Give your kids something new
Give
to
'em
read. Please buy it.
It's cute.
It's called Susie Blue.
I love her.
Cute little blueberry.
Sable is also my wife. Sorry, Santiago.
I thought
Sorry,
you were,
Ethan.
I thought you were talking crap about polyamorous people
Polygamous for sure is a
Okay.
cult.
or polygamy. Sure.
Polygamy. Yeah, you said polyamorous.
Yeah, that's fine. Polyamorous people are fine.
I have 7 soulmates and they're all my friends.
Neat.
We're all gay for each
Tiny
other.
bag. Neat.
Yes. We're all in a giant
We're all
harem.
in, yeah.
What was I gonna plug? Oh yeah, that's what I was.
Plug
gonna
your stuff.
Plug
Yeah.
your giant harem.
Right. Well, sure. Okay, I'll plug the giant harem, which is at solstice _cosplay. on Instagram?
that is a good
There's
question.
no way to find out.
Solstice Cosplay is our harem name.
Yes. I'm like, I don't run it. That's a Maddie thing.
So
I am an
Solstice
admin on the Facebook
at solstice underscore oh my god. Cut. At solstice cosplay, which is solstice underscore cosplay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is why I do the drawing and the arts. I don't talk for a living because I'm bad at it.
Don't worry, I don't talk for a living either because this doesn't make any money.
Hashtag
But that's
sponsor
okay.
us.
Money isn't real. But the other thing that I'll plug, which did actually make me a little bit of money, but it was just because I was like, sure, if you want to give me money. My friend Jimmy Jackson and his wife Kaylee Jackson just started a podcast called well, it's about them playing video games together and talking
fun.
about them. Yeah, it's super cute. And it's called Date Bit. So D, the number 8 bit.
Date bit.
Yeah.
Cute.
And I did their podcast theme, intro music, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah. So check that out. I mean, if you want to just hear the theme that I did, you can check it out for that, but then stick around for the rest of the 20
For the
minutes
content.
for listening to them talk about video games and such.
Yes.
So, but they just started it. It might be like every other week or something, but like, yeah, I'm really excited for them because like it's fun and I'll probably be on it. Say will probably be on it at some point.
They good people.
So yeah, because one of the 3 things that make up my identity are video games. So
Yeah.
check that out.
Oh, we did finish Untitled Goose Game.
Oh yeah,
Oh, is it good?
It's fun.
yeah, it was super cute.
Oh,
Um,
let me play it. It's like
It's short,
too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
it got Game of the Year, right? Didn't it?
some people.
That's what
gave
I
it Game of the
thought.
Year.
Oh, I thought it got Game of the Year.
No,
When people were
I
like,
can't
"What?"
remember because like the Game Awards, I don't think gave.
Oh, maybe it's I don't remember.
Yeah,
Don't hold me to
IGN
that.
gave it to Control last year, which I still want to play. Hopefully
I
that'll
wanna-
get a Game Pass soon.
Is Untitled Goose Game on Switch?
Yes.
Ooh,
Get it.
I need to.
It's fun.
I need to play everything.
Yeah, super cute. But yeah, so speaking of people talking about, or speaking of married couples talking about playing video games together. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now my actual plugs. So
Plug your things.
yeah. But first, I'm Santiago Ramones.
I'm Megan Murphy.
I'm Sable.
You can find everything that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. I make music. You can find all of that stuff on my website, santiagoramones.com/music. And you'll find my singer-songwriter-y stuff. You'll find my electronic composer-y stuff on my SoundCloud. And if you just do like /machinations, that'll be my graduate composition recital, which shows you what I'm capable of, but is also the thing that I worked really hard on. And I hope people watch it and listen to it and such.
Very good.
Thank you. And then I also do stuff with Power Cycle, and Power Cycle makes experimental electronic music. We're trying a thing where we collaborate remotely. And so I did a live stream. You can watch that. And so the thing is, for 30 minutes, we will sort of improvise on top of a thing. So what I did for the first 30 minutes is I just made something from scratch, improvised. And so I did a drum groove and a bass line. And then that's going to go to Jonathan, and he's going to do 30 minutes on top of that and add what he can to it. And then that's going to go to Breck, and he's going to add that in 30 minutes. And then we're going to do another cycle of that. A power cycle of that. Hey. Okay. So yeah, be on the lookout for that at Power Cycle Music on all the things. We also have an album that is on Spotify. It is called Too Many Damn Cables. And I was in my podcast with my 3 things. High words, I can do them. I always end my podcast with my 3 things. They shape my life philosophy. Those 3 things are: love never fails, it's going to be okay, I might be wrong.